Today, Cynthia and I are at a cemetery near the police station in Newport, Delaware. There are about 11 graves here, but to be honest, we think that there are a lot more bodies buried in this area that don't have markers because the ground subsides in some places, as it so often does in old cemeteries. This area used to be the site of the Simpson African Methodist Episcopal Church, and the cemetery is a colored black African American one. It's always a mystery what to call such things with our modern sensitivities, so I'll cover my bases and list them all. But when Route 141 was constructed, I want to say in the 1970s, the church and many of the graves associated with it were moved to another site just down the road that the church had purchased. So why weren't these graves moved? Well, we don't know. And that will be part of another blogcast as we look into that. But we've heard different theories. Some people have said that this section of the graveyard belonged to a different church, the Star of Bethlehem African Union Methodist Protestant Church. Others have said that they recognize the names of some of those buried here as being family to Simpson Church parishioners. So we kind of have to look into this, and we'll let you know as we explore this mystery. But we're here today to transcribe the tombstones. Most of them are still readable, but 2 are in poor condition, and we're using aluminum foil pressed into the engravings to see if we can reveal the inscriptions. It isn't as easy as it's made out to be on videos that I've watched on the internet. The texture of the stone comes through and kind of muddles the reading. And on top of that, I don't know much about military abbreviations, and both of these are of men who served. So we've revealed a fair amount, I think, but we still have to figure out what the inscriptions are referring to in order to make sure that we're interpreting them properly. And one thing I've learned, you pull one thread and you end up exposing a whole Gordian knot. There's one more grave that is especially sentimental to me. At the base of this heart memorial is a square block, and it's reminiscent of the many markers of indigent or unknown burials that we've seen before. So, to me, it looks as if someone was buried here in 1942, either unknown or maybe too indigent to pay for their funeral, for their burial. And then someone later took the time and made the effort to make a memorial of their own. And it's so wonderful. It's so beautiful. They inlaid little pottery pieces as decoration. They hand-carved the lettering, and then they painted gold inside the letters and along the edge of the heart. That's since worn out, but Cynthia could see a few spots of it that remain. My eyes are not good enough for that unless she pointed it out. So now that we transcribe the information on the graves, we'll send it to various websites that record such transcriptions so that people studying their family history can have access to more information. We'll send it to places like the Tombstone Transcription Project, Find a Grave, and the Black Cemetery Network. If you're interested in doing this kind of thing at a cemetery near you, please just be careful not to use damaging materials. Since we started this, several people have suggested using shaving cream, flour, baby powder, and other such things to read the damaged stones to be able to see the parts of the engraving that have worn away. But those things actually cause more damage. So really, light, foil, mirrors, and editing photographs to change the contrast takes more time, but it's much safer for the tombstones. So please subscribe to get more information about this cemetery as we uncover it, and plenty more that we're exploring. I look forward to this. Thanks for listening.